Today in the wood shop I'm going to be making a pedal train style guitar pedal board out of scrap wood. After watching some of the NAMM videos, Pedal Train, I noticed, is making a bunch of new pedal boards, so I decided to take a look at their website. None of them are available here, and probably when they are, unless I put a lot of work into this, I might switch over and just buy one of theirs. But in the meantime, I need something because I got too many loose pedals and I got a gig on Saturday. So I went to their website and I got some information. I tried using their pedal board planner, but I have this Dunlop fuzz face pedal and it's not in their list, so I couldn't do it. So I went to SketchUp, and so I replicated the bars on the Metro 20 pedal board, and I put all my pedals on there and they didn't fit. And in fact, they didn't fit on the Metro 24, and unless I wanted to go for this big pedal board, this stupid fuzz face that I have is going to cause me trouble. So I decided I'm just going to take the Metro 20 and make a Metro 28. So it's basically just going to be stretched by 4 inches, and it's kind of an odd size. And I'm not using the whole design. I've messed around with some ideas on how to sit it on the ground and whatnot, and I didn't like any of them. So I decided to just go with a flat piece of plywood with the pedal train style thing mounted on top, and then I can put my power source on the back, because my power source is a problem. So let's get to that. I've already selected some scrap wood and we'll start building. Just been sanding the parts. I normally don't do very much sanding because I prefer hand planes and scrapers, but this wood was already smooth. I just had to cut it to size, so I decided to use the sander just to prep it for painting, because this is all going to be spray painted black. I used my quick sand Porter Cable random orbit sander because it hooks up using the Festool hose to my Festool vac in the corner, and that will turn on automatically while I am sanding. And there's absolutely no dust in here when I'm sanding with this thing, which is nice because it's a very small workshop. Now everything's sanded. It didn't take me more than about 15 minutes, and that's only because I had to pause to let the blood run back into my hand from the vibration. So all sanded, and I'm going to start by painting this piece and assembling the pedal train type portion of the project. Alright, this is basically what it's going to look like. Like the Metro 20 pedal train, it's 8 inches here. I kind of got my rough measurements using a diagram I found on the internet, plus my Velcro is 2 inches wide. So these strips are 2 inches wide, these strips of wood. And they've got a breathing space in here so that I can get cables in. Now, I don't know what kind of wood this is. It came off of, I got a whole pile of these bed slats from this old IKEA bed frame that I had. And I don't think it's hardwood, and it might be some kind of a pine, but it's hard, and it doesn't bend, it doesn't twist. It's actually just really nice wood. So I decided to use it for this because even though I'm going to be pressing on that with my foot, there's not really a lot of give in that wood. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So for that reason, I don't have a support here. And the other reason for not having support under the middle is I didn't want to impede the wires going in and out from underneath. Now I'm going to assemble this part separate from the bottom, which is 1/2 inch plywood, and it's already being spray painted. And I don't want this to twist, So I'm only going to put one screw in the upper corners of the bottom, the lower corners of the top, but I'll put 2 screws in here to help it from racking. But I'm not too worried about it racking, because once I get the pedals on, this painted, the Velcro on, the pedals on, everything wired up, I'm going to set this on the plywood and put 1 screw in each corner from the plywood side up into this spacer strip, I guess, for lack of a better word. And that's going to keep, the piece of plywood will keep it from racking. And then, as you saw in the title, this is part 1. This whole thing's going to slide into a box that I can throw on my dolly when I go into the gig, so I don't have to rewire this crap every time, which is the whole purpose of the pedal board. You don't want to be sitting there clicking wires together for an hour and a half before you have to play for people. It doesn't look professional. So I'm going to start by tapping out holes for screws, and then on the top anyway, what's going to happen is I will glue and screw the thing together, and then I'm going to cut plugs and fill all the screw holes, because I don't want it to interfere with the mounting of the Velcro. Okay, I know which one's the middle, because just in case, I've rounded off the corners on the underside, so when wires wrap around they won't have a sharp corner. And I've eased all the corners on the whole board, so there's nothing that a wire will catch on, even on where the knots are. Everything's nice and easy, but these ones are rounded. Might give me an extra, I don't know, ½ an inch on the distance the cord will travel. So there's the end of part 1. Here's the finished pedal board, the feet are on the bottom. When I finish part 3, which is going to be a road case for this, these feet will actually go on the bottom of the road case, and I'll put some screws to anchor this into the bottom of the road case, so they'll come off eventually. So there's only one thing left to do other than put the pedals on, and that is to put the Velcro on these strips, and then part 2 will be wiring it and putting pedals on it. Thanks for watching, and have a pleasant day. Let me make one thing perfectly clear. I mean eaten alive.